says we are live and that there is nobody in here.
Right?
There's
'Cause we're
nobody
late.
home. There's nobody home but us chickens. So, hey, YTBC, hiking artist Steph here from Texas.
Freak Pepper Skip from Florida. Howdy, y'all.
So,
Cowabunga, or whatever it is they say in Florida.
is that a Florida thing? Cowabunga?
Cowabunga. I don't know. That's a surfing thing.
I don't think they surf all that much in Florida. I mean, I've seen some surfing, but surfing's more in
No,
the.
I think surfing is a thing out here. I mean, there's the Ron John Surf Shop and all kinds of surfing stuff. Hello,
All right.
y'all.
Oh, we got a thumbs up and 2 people in.
Woohoo! Howdy, folks.
Excuse me. So, it's about 45 degrees here. I'm a little chilly, but I've got my heater going. I turned the fan off.
I'm in the shade here, mid 60s here in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Can you see? Has anybody made a comment? Has anybody commented? Somebody try to comment because I don't know if we can see the comments.
Hey, Troy just gave us some lurking eyes. How's it going,
Oh,
Troy?
there we go. Welcome in, Troy. So happy New Year's Eve. I can't see out of my glasses. They're foggy. So I'm gonna wait till a few more people are in. Boris, haiva ilta.
Hi, the Ilta, Boris.
That was like the most Texas way to say that. Haiva ilta. And you're not even in Texas right now.
Not even in Texas.
So what are you smoking, babe? I know what you're smoking, but tell everybody else what you're smoking.
I'm smoking some My Mixture 965. It's the Peterson version of it. Smoking it in this Missouri Meerschaum cob, the one I got from the Instagram fella, Professor Uhaha.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Me neither. I love this pipe.
I'm not smoking yet, but I am gonna smoke my baby Wellington and some Carter Hall. Surprise! Is everybody shocked?
Troy's got 24 degrees.
Woo-wee.
Maybe it's 24 Celsius, which would be quite nice.
There's Patrick. Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning, Patrick.
So it says that there's 8 people in, so I guess I'll start with my reflection of 2023 questions. My first question, and you can answer, babe, and then we'll let everybody in the comments answer. Uh-oh. One of our neighbors is doing their yard. Can you guys hear that? Stamper tamper. Is that Scott?
How's it going, Stamper Tamper?
All right. So my first question, reflecting on the year 2023. What is a song, if you could pick any song, just one, that defines your entire year of 2023, what song would it be?
Oh, I don't know. That's tricky. I don't know. I guess Let the Dead.
Oh, look, there's Andrew Galloway. Welcome in, Andrew.
Howdy, Andrew.
So what song, I'm asking everyone in the comments, what song would define 2023 for you personally?
Did you hear my answer?
No, I didn't. What was your answer?
Mine was Let the Day Begin by The Call. And because
I can't hear you. Say it again.
I said I have a lot more energy here. You know, like waking up. I just feel more positive about the beginning of the day, and just feel so much better, and just the future in general. But I love it.
Troy said, Frank Zappa, why does it hurt when I pee? Well, there could be several reasons, Troy. I thought that mine was Reckless Love by Corey Ashburn. Is that his name?
I don't know.
It's a Christian song. That is tricky. Damper Tamper, this is tricky. I'm thinking of Sprinkle Party from one of my daughter's shows. That's what my year's been like. Sprinkle Party? Sparkle Party? I don't think I have ever heard that song. I'm going to have to look it up. Oh, no way. Portland Paul is in the house. What up, Paul?
How's it going, Paul?
The one Reckless Love by Corey Ashburn or whatever his name is the song about how the shepherd leaves the 99 to go find the one. And I kind of feel like I had lots of times this year where I was just doubting and upset and ticked off. I've Got a Feeling by the Beatles is Andrew Galloway's song.
Boring at all. We love the Beatles over here.
Beatles are not boring. I've Got a Feeling. I don't remember that one. How does it go, babe?
I can't sing the Beatles.
Let me see if I can't turn my volume up. It's all the way up. Dag nabbit.
Yeah, grab the speaker. Maybe you can grab the speaker or something.
No, because then it'll be an outside source. It'll do feedback. Bummer. Let It Be from the Let It Be album. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know if I remember that song. And I know all the Beatles songs, I thought. One of the movies we watched for Christmas this year was the Beatles movie. What is it, babe?
Oh.
The one where everybody except for like a handful of people remembered the Beatles. Like it was a different universe or something. The Beatles never happened.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the movie.
So anybody else have a song that defines their 2023? I'm gonna attempt to light my pipe while I'm waiting on people's answers. Ooh, that camper. What?
I got the same pipe, but I'm putting some We Three Kings in there. Still got some of that left from the holiday season.
We Three Kings is good. I actually enjoyed smoking it.
The tin note, it smells like prunes. That's what everybody says. Prunes or raisins. Hey, there's Mare.
Hi, Mare. So, Meredith, what is your song from 2023 that defines the whole year? Aaron Cox is Mare, if you guys don't know. I think most everybody knows by now. Happy New Year, Stamper Temper. That's funny because Meredith was just in Maine also. Her family's from there.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Stamper.
Scott, you have a good New Year. We'll talk to you next year. Some sappy love song. Yeah, Mare fell in love this year. Woo woo. That's awesome. If anyone deserves it, it's you. Any song about hospital and health issues.
I bet it'd be a country song.
It's Ron.
Hardcrackers. How's it going, Ron?
Boris, I'll think of one. I'll think of a health song. Isn't there one that says like I'm getting better all the time? Like sometimes life is crappy, but I get better all the time. Because you're getting better all the time. All right. Ron, what's your song that defines your 2023 year? Should I move on to the next question or should I wait a couple more seconds?
4 minutes.
All right, Portland Paul, I'm going to have to look those up. Goodbye Evergreen, Separate Beds, and I Go Ego.
Oh,
Weird Al. He said it have to be a Weird Al song. Troy, Nurse Nancy by Alice Cooper. He picked one for Boris.
oh, there you go.
It's Getting Better All the Time by the Beatles would work for Boris. I'm All Right by Kenny Loggins would be Patrick's.
There you go. I love Kenny Loggins.
Me too. All right. Now we're done talking about songs. So what is the biggest lesson you learned in 2023?
You go this time. You go first this time, babe.
No, Ron, I understood it was Weird Al. For me, it was setting boundaries with our adult children so that Skip and I can have more peace. So setting boundaries, and there's like 3 that I really learned this year. Setting boundaries with our adult children, letting our adult children learn their own lessons, and not over-mothering our adult children. So all 3 of them pretty much have to do with the adult children. Those are my 3 biggest lessons this year. Giving everything to God instead of worrying so much. Andrew says his biggest lesson is never take his health for granted because he had a real health scare in 23.
Right.
Yeah, we learned that a couple years ago. So that's a good lesson. Eat better, exercise to the best of your ability, drink less.
I think I'd have to say saying yes more often than no. You know, and it's a good thing. It makes me a bigger person, more experiences, and it's so easy just to say no and shut ideas down or shut people down and stuff. But just say yes more often.
Who do you
To
say no to? You've never said no to me.
well, yeah. I mean, you're like, hey, let's go do something. And I'm like, no. Like go to the theater or the movies and stuff. So do that more. Say yes to more of that. These little micro trips that we're going to go on and stuff. Because I love those. I enjoy those. Say
Me
yes.
too.
Say yes to the kids more often. There's stuff I regret. Missed out. So that's me.
Boris said the same to not take his health for granted. When he's feeling good, he's gonna drink more whiskey. Derek Nicole, hey guys, watching from Northern Ireland, smoking a corn cob with whiskey and cope. Happy New Year. Yay. Welcome in, Derek.
Howdy, Derek.
Northern Ireland. I hope that when we go on our little European trip, since it's not going to be like a super long trip, we can't be gone for like 3 weeks or even 2 weeks. I don't know if that's even possible. But I'm hoping that our trip to Europe, we actually get to go to Ireland. We are definitely going to Finland. That's a big part of our trip. We're going to stop in Finland so we can meet Bree's friends and the friends' family that Bree wants to go live near and with. We definitely want to see Boris and Nico. Troy said that they learned that Boris can pick football games as well as college football games as well as anyone in the U.S. Maybe even better.
Yeah, no doubt there. I mean, man, that guy's got the pulse on the whole college football situation.
I did not bring out a pipe cleaner, and it's gurgling. Paul said, "Stop waiting for things to get better and stop putting myself last."
Right. There you go.
Yeah, I think that was part of the whole setting boundaries for our adult children with Skip and I, because we do, especially me, I tend to put the kids first and then Skip second, and that's not good for a relationship. I need to put myself and Skip first. Well, God first, then Skip and I, and then the kids. And it should be Bree before the rest because she is still a minor and still at home and still in need of guidance. And the other kids are all adults and they need to start doing things on their own. So I think putting ourselves as a couple before other people in the family,
Sure.
that was a hard lesson to learn.
The whole spiel on the airplane about how you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first.
Before being able to put it on your child or help anyone else in your area. Most definitely, if you're drowning, you can't save anyone else. You have to get yourself secure and then try to help those around you. And I'm not saying secure like financially or secure like just mentally and emotionally. Like you got to keep yourself above water and get on an even plane before you can take care of those around you. For sure, for sure. Anyone else have anything, a lesson they learned this year? Cupcake's not doing good. Self-care and boundaries, absolutely. All right, so next question. What is the funniest memory from 2023? What's the funniest thing?
Oh man, you got a much better memory than I do. I know we've got some good laughs.
Oh, we have. Sitting on the patio, we laugh about pretty much everything. I think me telling you to look at Plato when he's taking a poop, because you usually do that to me. And I've done it way more to you this year. I'm like, hey, babe, look at Plato. I don't know. We had so many good things. All right, I'll add in. Okay, the funniest memory or one of the best memories. I think going with Nelly and Kim to the museum rock concert thing was definitely an interesting memory. It wasn't the funniest, but it was super interesting. The art did not go with the party atmosphere of the band because it was very, very morose,
Yeah.
dark, almost, I'd say, even historical types of art. And here these people are taking selfies in front of all these like really dark themed art. It was not cohesive, but Andrew Galley, when the cemetery manager dug the hole for my mother's ashes in the wrong spot, sounds grim, but it was pretty funny, and my mom would have laughed. That is funny. Why was it the wrong place? Was there like a specific spot near other family members? Best was your great-grandson's birth. Great-grandson?
Wow.
Troy, you're not that old. We don't even have grandkids yet. We better catch up. That is awesome. Meredith's birthday was pretty fun. That was pretty much, I think, one of the first. We haven't really gone out partying or dancing or anything. Like, I usually go out 2-3 times a year. Skip, you and I haven't really gone out that much this year.
No.
And we went out for Mare's birthday, and it was good 80s and 90s music. The band was pretty much a cover band. And hold on. Oh, they dug it under his dad's headstone instead of her headstone. Well, maybe she wanted to be right there with him.
But maybe he's still alive. I don't know.
Oh. Portland said the best memory was playing with and meeting 6 of the musical heroes all in one show. Ooh, Paul, you gotta tell us about that. Best memory was to see immune system rising from 0. Way to go, Boris. Yes. We were all happy to see that. I think Vegas was a good memory. Vegas, it was so much fun this year because we already had met some people and we met some other people, and I felt a little more at ease, even though like the whole time I was completely tired. Like, being around everybody, I had such a good time. We laughed so much. We ate really good food. We were around really good people. I met some new pipe makers. Like, I hung out with the divas on my own for a little while, which was really fun. Finding out that Boris was getting better and like got all the treatments he needed, because I was worried there for a while. Boris has become one of my closest friends. He checks in on Skip and I all the time, so I think that he has become one of our closest friends, being as he's one of the furthest friends from us. Paul says it was a bunch of people from bands that we wouldn't know.
I think it just happened, and that was how I remembered that I ordered a guitar strap on Amazon. Yeah, and I couldn't find it. And he actually pretended to look for it for quite a bit, and then just said, "I don't know where it's at." And it turned out you put it in my Christmas stocking.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was pretty hilarious.
And it would have been even funnier if you had ordered it again, but you were like, "No, I'm gonna wait. This is weird. I know I ordered it."
It popped up eventually, and it did.
In your Christmas stocking. Oh, that's another thing. I got a second stocking this year that I didn't stuff myself. That was the first time that's ever happened. I know that in years past, the last few years, Skip would put a few things in my stocking, but primarily I'm the stocking stuffer, I'm the gift buyer. And I usually tell Skip most of what I get for the kids and get his opinion on it before I get it. Or after I get it, say, "Hey, by the way, we got we got this for one of the kids. We got that for one of the kids." But yeah, I got a whole entire second stocking with a bunch of stuff that I did not put in there. It was Skip and Bree went out and got me a stocking and filled it up together, mostly Skip, and so it was really awesome. Paul said Vegas is definitely tied for best. That was his top 5 best weekends of his life.
Yeah,
It was a really great weekend.
I
There
had
were
a
some
blast.
people that
I
what,
had
babe?
more. I had more fun this Vegas trip than the last Vegas trip, for sure.
I laughed more, that's for sure. New York, Paul. Peter Piper, not Paul. Peter Piper from New York. Dude, that guy cracked me up. Definitely Scripto and Desert Pine, they were cracking me up so much. My face was hurting from laughing so much. Paul's buddy telling us we were Paul's Christian friends in the elevator. I was like, what? I've never been called that before. That was interesting because I really haven't. I've been called a lot of things, but I've never really been called Christian. So after that, I kind of just took it on. I'm like, you're right. I mean, I do I do follow what I think a real Christian should be like. So it's hard. Labels are hard for me.
Labels.
Labels. Don't put me in a box. All right. How about this? Anybody in the comments section, tell us something that you want to know from 2023 that everybody is thinking or feels or something from 2023. Anybody have because I'm kind of starting to run out of some of my questions. I don't know if it's just slow or if just people are trying to think. Do you have any?
To think. I mean, I really don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard because the longer I live and the more of these I experience, the year 2023, that breakdown between January 1st to December 31st is such an arbitrary kind of thing, so.
Ron said that he was worried for Boris because he had an idea of just what he was going through because he had that done in the past. The first 100 days are critical.
I remember, Ron, you went through some hard times yourself there.
Yeah. So true. Troy is driving, but he is watching. Don't text or message while you're driving, Troy. God. There was one. Oh, wait a minute. It went away. Oh, okay. From all the books that you read this year, if people from the book, whether it's it was a biography or fiction or nonfiction, doesn't matter. A character or a real person from a book that you read in this last year, which one would you want to speak to?
Godzilla.
You read a Godzilla book?
Yeah, I assume that crosses over to movies as well. But yeah, the answer is straight up Godzilla.
You'd want to talk to Godzilla? Does he speak English?
What? I don't want to talk? Oh, I thought it was who I wanted to be.
No, talk to.
Yeah, I want to talk to Godzilla too.
See, Boris, all of us were pulling for you. For sure, for sure. One of my favorite memories this summer or this year. Oh, Andrew had a good one. Not a character from a book, but he'd like to speak to the author, C.S. Lewis. Yeah, that'd be a good person to speak to. I don't know what's wrong with Cupcake, but she's acting weird and like her back hip hurts. Give me a second. I'm going to take the dog back inside.
All right. It's probably kind of cold there.
That could be.
Did anybody else get the chance to see that Godzilla movie? Godzilla. Good. And then here shortly, another Godzilla movie's coming out. Godzilla movie. I'm gonna go see that. Yeah, Andrew. I like Godzilla. I mean, I'm not the hugest Godzilla fan, but you know, I do like him a lot, and I like watching the old movies. What practice do you do to help not give up during a crap year? Oh, I say, really, it's really good, Paul. Here's Anthony. There you go. Another good writer. I think I've read most of the incarnations of immortality. Those are interesting. Uh,
Oh,
oh, go ahead, babe.
Portland Paul asked a good question. What do you do? What can you practice or do in order to help not giving up during a crappy year? Um, Believe it or not, I try my hardest every day to start my day with reading scripture. Not everybody is a believer or believes the Bible. I have found that it makes me have a better outlook even when crap is hitting the fan, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I try to read my Bible every morning, at least one scripture, a devotional. I have a devotional I do with Skip, a devotional I do with one of my friends in New Jersey, and we do it every morning. Kind of just checks and balances, make sure that the other person is doing their daily reading. I pray. I pray a lot. This year I probably prayed way more than I ever did in any previous years. I mean, I've always prayed. There was a few years in my teen years that I didn't know if I believed or what I believed. But this year, I've definitely prayed a lot more. If I can't handle something or I'm really upset about something, I just honestly give it to God. I say, I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this. God, I'm giving you this issue. I'm giving you these people that I'm thinking and worrying about. I pray for other people and I pray for the things that I'm thankful for. For me, that's how I have had some of the toughest years of my life get better. What about you, babe?
I think the doing the morning devotionals is a good way to start my day, uh, and that kind of frames the whole rest of the day. And the small things that I've improved on, you know, has a lot to do with just that, you know. So starting there as a base, but staying focused on the diet, you know, and you know, like just like man, it's so hard to describe it, but like sometimes I just don't do stuff, you know. In my brain, it's like there's a lot of anxiety built up about doing something, and it's literally just me not doing the thing, you know. But now it's like I have my guitars out front, and they're so easy to get to, and I mean, there's no excuse not to play them anymore, you know. And so I played them more, you know.
Like when I want to crochet or I want to cross stitch or I want to sew, if I have it right there in front of me, I'm going to do it more often.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
putting things that you really want to get done in a space that you're in all the time so that you actually do it. That's
right.
a good one.
But it's a struggle to even then to take that next step and actually do it. You know, the whole exercising. Today is my second day of exercising in a row. So I woke up in the morning and I did my devotional and then I exercised. You know, and and it's nothing fancy. You know, it's something I can do in my hotel room. And there was no excuse for me not to do it. And it's like after the first day I did it, the second day was actually easy. So I'm hoping tomorrow morning I wake up and I just do it, and so now all that hesitancy and stuff is now gone, and I just go ahead and do do the things that I want to do because it's something that I wanted to do, and I don't have any excuse for why I wasn't doing it. I don't know what that fear or that hesitation was, but now it's like I think
Yeah.
one step. Yeah, it's like you take those little steps, and everything else I was saying no to. It kind of relates to my earlier answer. Those no's then become yeses.
Nice. All right, Patrick Grant said he'd like to meet Pierce Anthony, one of his favorite sci-fi writers. Paul said he wants to see the new Godzilla movie. It is so good. Andrew said that he goes to a monastery close to where he lives if things in life start getting hairy. That is awesome. I wish we had something like that nearby. Patrick Grant said, I skipped, and he's written another one which features Knox. I don't know what that means. Erin says that her favorite sci-fi writer is also Pierce Anthony. Boris says he tries to find something positive even when times are hard. Ron says, I have been saying silent prayers at night in bed mostly for others and giving thanks for our blessings, and I am more at peace. I think being thankful, just like Skip is saying, doing the things that you say for some reason, regardless of whether you are conscious of the reasons why you don't want to do something. A lot of people are afraid to pray. They're afraid, oh, well, God isn't going to love me, or God isn't going to forgive me, or maybe they're just whatever. They don't even believe in a God. Sometimes just being thankful. I know people who are not religious or spiritual or don't believe in God or anything really. I have a friend who's a millennial. She's hilarious. She's so awesome. But she journals, and she's always writing down things she's thankful for. Every morning when she gets up, she writes down her dreams, and then she also says things that she's thankful for. Even if the day before was really, really a bad day, she finds one or two things she can at least say, well, I'm thankful that this happened. Or even if it was, regardless of what it was, she finds something to be thankful for. And I think that is a huge step forward in keeping your year from, no matter how bad it gets, making it a little more positive. Portland Paul says, exercise is great. I'm glad I finally back on a schedule post-surgery. Yeah, how's your shoulder doing, by the way? And Boris, how are you feeling? And Ron, how are you feeling? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys kind of back to some semblance of normacy where you can exercise or move about or walk across your room without being in pain? I know for me, like scrubbing the tub the other day, I scrubbed all the caulking that was around the tub. I scraped it all out, and then I had to like wash that area really, really good and then tape it and then put the new caulking on it. And that made me sore for 2 days. Today's the first day I'm not feeling sore from it. So obviously I'm out of shape. And I try to do little exercises, my leg lifts at night. But Boris said he's feeling better day by day. That's something to be thankful for. I'm very grateful.
I haven't seen any pictures of you. Have you restarted the beard? Is it coming?
Yeah, Boris, is your beard coming back anytime soon, or have you already started growing it? Andrew says, what are some things people are looking forward to in 2024? I'm looking forward to looking at houses that we might get.
Yeah, I think me too. It's taking the next step, forever home kind of thing.
Our apocalypse abode.
Having a more clear vision of what's going to happen next.
Absolutely. I think I'm looking forward to we aren't going in 2024. We're going to go early 25, but I'm looking forward to the planning in 2024 of getting my daughter her license, renewing her passport and my passport, and Skip and her and I going to Europe. Woo woo! The saving for that's going to be exciting too. Yeah, JR is graduating from high school. Mayor's son. He graduates in May. Paul said that his shoulder is slow. This week, the surgeon said I can lift heavy away from his body until mid-July.
Wow.
Can't lift heavy. Andrew is looking forward to buying their retirement home in Colombia, South America. Nice. We probably are not going to pull the trigger on anything this year, but who knows? If that's what God has in store for us and it works out that way, then it works out that way. If we can swing both, the house and the Europe trip, but the Europe trip is taking precedence because after we get our forever house, we're going to have animals and we're not going to be able to travel. You guys will have to come see us.
Right.
Boris said his mustache, but he did his last shaving yesterday, so he's going to restart growing it now.
Right. I tell people I don't grow my mustache. I just quit trimming my nose hairs.
Ron said that he looked the very picture of health until he started doing something because of fatigue. He doesn't have any pain though. Ron said he's feeling better.
Oh,
No
there you go.
pain. No pain is good. That's a start. The fatigue is something I still struggle with. I've been more tired over the past 3 years than ever in my life. I have to get everything done before noon or 1 o'clock. Otherwise, it won't get done. Because after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm just physically exhausted. But when there's no pain, that's good.
Yeah. That is true. I get all the hair. I get hair in places that didn't have any hair, and the places that had hair don't have as much hair. You know, and, up there, and
Yeah,
my
Skips.
legs are practically bald nowadays.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't shave very much my legs during the winter, but I have bald spots where I'm like, whoa, hair's not even growing there.
And this here is all ear hair that's grown down.
Yeah. We just comb his ear hair and his nose hair down into I do have to trim his eyelashes or his eyebrows because they grow like so super long.
You're like,
Paul says that exercise helps with tiredness and gives endurance. Well, I do a little bit of exercising in the morning when I first get up. Not much, sit ups and my stair steps. And I need to get back into walking. When I walk around the neighborhood every morning, I have a little bit longer day. Like I can go till 2 or 3 maybe. Like when I was teaching and I was up on my feet all day, I could last till 3:30. By the time I got home, I was just dead on my feet. And I try to do my leg lifts every night in bed. You're just laying there and you lift your legs. And then you roll over and you lift your other legs. I have not been doing that as much as I should be.
I need to
There
do
was
some more range of motion stuff, become more limber. So I'm not very limber fella, but
You
oh,
absolutely should, Andrew, and post it. Post pictures. Are you on Instagram, Andrew? Are we following each other on Instagram?
I love photography. That's one of my passions right there. One of my passions. And this new I got a new cell phone, y'all, and it's got a 200 megapixel camera on it, so it takes really good photos. But I'd
Yeah,
like to
you've
get it.
had that. You've had that phone for what? 5 years? Your old phone you had for 5 years?
Yeah, yeah. It had a 10 megapixel camera. This one has 200. So I mean, my pictures are going to be 20 times better.
Okay, so Andrew, just find me. I think I'm the piping artist Steph, _piping artist, one word, _Steph. You can probably find me by Steph Cain also on Instagram. I post the same things on Facebook that I do on Instagram, so it just goes to both when I post on Instagram. But yeah, you should definitely post your photos. Ron said that his hair grew back wavy. And then one year it grew so slow that he only had to cut it 3 times all year.
Well, that's cool.
There are years I cut my hair 2 or 3 times, and then there's years I don't cut it at all. I'll just trim off the dead ends. I go through cycles. I want it short and then I want it long.
I took a close look at my driver's license picture, which was taken in 2011, and my hair was quite wavy then. You know, it wasn't too much longer than it is now, but it was quite wavy. You know, and I'm like, and then now it's not wavy at all, and it's very fine. But back then it used to be a lot coarser and thicker and stuff. So maybe with me exercising, the blood will start flowing through my body better, and my hair will start popping back.
Skip has hair on his shoulders and his back. It's crazy. That's where all the hair is migrating, thinning off his head and going to his shoulders.
Here,
How old are we two? We're both X-Gen. Is that answer that?
Yeah.
Skip and I went to the same high school, but he was there 8 years before me.
Yeah, here you guys get a load of that. That was me in 2011.
Yeah, that is pretty wavy. Babe, do you want to answer Andrew? Skip was 53 for 3 years in a row, so.
I don't know how old I am, really.
He's 55 and I'm 48. He will be 56 in February and I will be 49 in October. How old do I feel? A lot older. Mentally. Emotionally, maybe in my early 20s still. Maturity wise, my 30s, I'm catching up. I'm catching up to myself. What's going on, babe? I can see up your nose.
Can you? I'm trying to sort out my next pipe.
Ah, okay.
I'm done with this one.
Well, I got stuff I've got to get going to do here in the next 10, 15 minutes.
Well, hold on. I got.
Could you guys hear us well through all this? Because
Oh, here we go. Squadron leader.
nice.
And I'm going to smoke it in my K. Woody Prince right here. Look at that beauty.
VidMaze 82 is in the house. Good morning. He's definitely putting health as a priority this year.
Hey, good morning, VidMate.
And there's Odie.
Odie. Hey, Odie. How's it going?
WKRP in Cincinnati. I got to sing it. I sing it in my head every time I see his name pop up. I think it's because Skip has wind blowing. So, and with his new phone, anytime the wind blows, his phone would cut the wind sound, which is good on one hand, but also bad for his sound. VidMaze is in Las Cruces. No, we're not still in El Paso. We are actually back in north of Houston.
Thanks, Odie. I'm in Fort Pierce, Florida. Here for work. I'm here for work. I haven't actually worked, but I'm here for it.
Well, that's what happens when the weather gets wonky with Skip's job. He still has to stay there for the good weather days. And on the bad weather days, they still sometimes have to get together, have meetings, and train on new equipment or mess with the boat or the plane, whatever he's on. But yeah, Skip is right now in Florida doing laser work from an airplane. Well, not this particular second, but
Right now, I'm hanging out by the hotel pool, but it's a nice spot. Very nice. I don't know about a hotel picture. There's some coconuts that might bounce down and knock me out. So the ending of this video might be like the Blair Witch or something like that, where you just see me go.
no, don't say that. Okay, have you seen any of the lizards this time?
I have not seen any iguana. No, not since I've been here. I've not seen any iguana. Matter of fact, I haven't even seen any of the anoles, the little ones. I haven't been seeing them around.
Yeah, last time Skip was in Florida, he sent me every day pictures of all these iguanas and all the different types of lizards around there. Everybody's just saying hi to each other.
I'm gonna light this puppy up.
So it's very interesting because when Skip, it's a really cool time to live in, I got to tell you, because in the 80s and 90s and even early 2000s, we couldn't talk every day if we wanted to, even if he wasn't on a boat or wasn't we wouldn't have been able to talk because texting was so expensive at that point or non-existent. But yeah, now it's like we get to text every day all day, and when he's at work he lets me know, hey, I'm going up in the plane, and lets me know when they're landing or when they're on a break. Or so it's really nice to be able to give each other like the lowdown of what we're doing throughout our day, like we're still together but we're not together. Patrick asks, where in Florida are you?
I'm in Fort Pierce.
Troy says he has more hair on his back than on his head. Paul says, speaking of exercise, I gotta get going on that for today. I'll keep listening. All right, Paul, enjoy your workout, and we'll still be here for another 10 minutes or so.
Feel the
Ron,
burn.
feel the burn. Ron says, I shared yesterday's video on the Facebook group, pipe smoking. A bunch of the old guard took it back from a pipe sales group to a chat. I don't understand what that means.
Right. I heard that Turkey is like a great place to go on vacation. Yeah, there's a fellow I used to work with, and every year he'd take his whole family there for like a week, like a week or two. And he said it was a blast going to Turkey.
I agree. Technology is great when it works. And now that Skip has a new phone, as long as he keeps it charged, we can stay in contact. Sometimes his old phone would be weird, and I'd message him, and then all of a sudden, 6 hours later, he'd respond to a text and be like, "Oh, I didn't see it," even if he didn't work that day, or you know. Sometimes I would message him, and he wouldn't get them till he got back because his
Yeah,
phone was starting to get wonky.
this phone works great. It's got super good. It's got a huge battery. It's got a 5,000 milliamp battery.
ASP. Well, I don't know who all is in, but even you lurkers, hello. It's been real weird because I've been wanting to watch more of the pipe people on YouTube, but I just, I do my reels when I'm sitting for a few minutes, but then I get up and go do stuff. And so I try to play like YouTube pipe people, like their videos while I'm cleaning or I'm doing something else. But I get so busy sometimes that I don't catch up with everybody, or I don't catch someone's live, and then I feel all bad. Oh, his wife was there for work, so it wasn't as much fun. Oh,
Yeah,
old Uncle Mike says no dark glasses for Skip. I asked him if he wanted to take his sunglasses, and he said no. So don't blame me.
she,
It's all Skip.
she was like, "You want to take your sunglasses?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it." So you guys have to deal with my crazy eyes and my constant looking around.
Odie says he's loitering, not looking, lurking. Yeah, welcome in, old Uncle Mike. But yes, it's not my fault. The Skip doesn't have his glasses. That was his choice. We weren't expecting to do this live. We weren't sure. And then I saw that on my phone, I can go live from my phone and send a request for a guest to be on from their phone. And I tried it on my computer and it didn't work, but it can only be 2 people at once. If you want more than 2 people, you have to do like the Zoom meeting or some other application to where you have more people. But that's another group I have not been watching, the International Pipe Club lives, because by the time I'm done with our lives, I have to go run errands and get stuff done. Speaking of which, I have tomato seedlings growing. I have one more raised bed that I ordered. I have to put together, but there's a root coming out of the ground, so I have to take an axe to it to make the raised bed fit in that area. And I got to get that prepped so that it'll be ready by end of February, beginning of March. And then March, you and I are going to the Muletown Pipe Show. I'm going to be selling some hats there. I'm going to try to get 20 hats done before the Muletown Pipe Show, but that's still to be seen. If I can do 2 a week until then, it'll be close to 20, but we'll see. I have to restart Bree on her spring homeschooling. She's going in February to get her license. Yay.
Yay.
What did that say? Odie said Skip is very tough to book an interview. He never takes my calls. Well, Odie, do you have his right phone number? Message me. I'll give it to you. You can bug him all you want. And then he can join in on your lives if you ever want to do a live. Alternative Smokers Pipe at one time was what? The most active group.
On Usenet. Oh, Usenet. Yeah.
Now it's a Google group. Cool. I know. Mike, it's about 47 degrees here. It might be 50 by now. I don't know. I'm starting to warm up. And Skip's probably in the 60s there. So it's probably a good 20-degree difference between north of Houston and Florida. Like,
Yeah.
people think that it doesn't get cold here, but we've been down in the 30s the last week at night and then up in the 50s during the day.
It's probably mid 60s, 66 or something right now.
But here it's Texas, so tomorrow it could be in the 80s. Just sometimes, or it could rain. And if we have plenty of cloud cover, it could be really, really warm. And as soon as the clouds move out and all that heat leaves, it could be down in the 30s again. So Andrew's 27.
That's cold.
I mean, it's definitely not Finnish cold ever here. There have been a few times we've been a little bit colder than him, than Boris, but not many days at all.
Would it actually been colder than Boris?
Just a day or two. When we had that freeze come through, that cold front come through, they were still in the 40s and 50s, and we were in the 30s that week.
Old Uncle Mike, you're going to hit 72? Nice.
Yeah. We got birds hanging out in the yard today.
Oh, Troy, that sounds like a blast. I tell you, Alaska is so beautiful. Especially,
Alaska is gorgeous.
I've been on that route that the cruise ships go through the inner passes there. It's gorgeous, beautiful.
All right, babe, I'm gonna start to sign off here. Is there anything anybody else needs to say before we log off for the year? I think the biggest thing that I need to work on for next year is forgiveness. Forgiving myself and forgiving people who have hurt me. Did any of us get new pipes from Santa this year? No.
No, last pipe I got was my Jason Mouton, and that was in Vegas.
No, I got you a pipe from the Texas Pipe Show, which was after Vegas.
You are
And I
absolutely
got one sent to me by a happy customer.
yeah. That's gonna be
What?
mine.
Skip's gonna steal.
It's a
I
very
posted it on Instagram. If you guys want to go look at my Instagram, I posted a picture. I can't think of the name at the moment because I've sent hats to a bunch of people this year. But
it's a
there was
very
someone, huh?
print. It's a very nice print.
It's a very beautiful print. Wonderful, wonderful grain on it. It's gorgeous and it's a good smoker. But Patrick says it's 43. Boris says that it's 20. They're getting negative degrees next week. Yeah, we don't get negatives in Houston.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Hey, John.
happy birthday. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday to everybody. You guys have a wonderful new year. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And the people who are haters, just try to remember that they're probably not loving life too much themselves. So just try to be forgiving. That's what I'm gonna do. And John Adams says it's 53 in I can't even
Abilene.
speak. Abilene, Texas. Okay, I gotta read these, are going by too fast. Ron says Google is shutting down commenting next month on the archives. We'll be there, but we have the best experts on pipes and tobacco, so you should search the archives for expert answers and questions. Oh, that's pretty groovy. Patrick got himself a 673 1 in Roma lucite line. Nice.
And the other in
They
the
do-
no.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a really, really great new year. Be safe if you're going out. If you're not going out, be safe. I'll probably be here by myself. I have a few people that might be stopping in, but I probably won't make it till midnight, especially without Skip here. Oceano. Okay. Uncle Mike has t-shirts and shorts all year round.
Woo-hoo.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Babe, is there anything else you need to say?
No, darling. You said it all.
You said it all. All right, guys, we love you. We will see you next year. As soon as Skip gets back, we'll do a live together again. So within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will be live on a Saturday again. Please look out for us. And we absolutely enjoy you guys and appreciate you guys for joining us and putting up with us. And stay well. Lots of vitamin C. All right. You guys have a good new year. And I'll chat with you here in a little bit, babe.
All right, babe. Cheers,
All right.
y'all.
Hugs.